All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm Mitch Allen. I'm the founder, head elf at Hire Santa, and I am super pleased to be talking with y'all today. And as I was just talking with a couple of people, chatting with them, I see some great friendly faces, as well as I see some people I haven't met. I am Mitch Allen, and though it doesn't look like it, this is 6 months worth of me growing my beard. I am not quite as beard enabled as many of you, but I am a professional Santa. This is my Santa journey. First, that's literally one of my first appearances with my child. That's what got me hooked at Santa. I am a glue-on beard Santa and an aspiring real bearded Santa at some point if I can get my beard to grow. But today I want to talk to you about just all the different types of agencies, and I hope that you just get one thing out of this presentation, something interesting that you can apply to your business, and maybe some understand the world of different types of agencies, why use these companies, and different types of events that are out there. The world has changed dramatically over the last 3 years, and even since then has changed due to COVID, as well as then everyone getting over COVID. Not that COVID is over, but a lot of the clients out there are over COVID, as many of us are. So just a quick overview, I know most of you know many of these things. I characterize gigs as these short to medium term events. These are jobs that last anywhere from 30 minutes, say on Christmas Eve, all the way up to a couple of hours or a few hours over a couple of days. Home visits, parades, community events, weddings. These jobs are all over the country, but mainly when are booking these are those local events that you get. And these have the very highest per hour pay in terms of gigs, because mall Santas or full season Santas generally on a per hour basis don't pay quite as much, or don't pay as much, but you get a lot more on a per hour basis. Then you have these full season events. These tend to be 50 to 200, 300 even. We've even seen 400-hour gigs for Santas. When you think of mall Santas, that's what this is. Zoos, malls, large sporting chains, as well as other retailers are using Santa to help drive traffic. And we even have some of these that are international around the world. People want the American, and I'll just say Coca-Cola version of Santa, which is Santa in a red suit, real beard, and they want that all over the world. We've sent Santas to China, Dubai, the Caribbean. They want that version of Santa. And so there's a few of those. These generally have a lower per hour pay, but generally the Santas who make the most amount of money on a seasonal basis, they're using these full season type gigs. In 2020, I don't know how many of you did virtual visits. I know many of you did. This was crazy. We did tens of thousands of virtual visits around the country, around the world. In 2021, they went down by about 85%. 2022, they went down another 85%. I think they're here to stay, but they're not going to, I don't think they're going to be nearly as ever again as what they were in 2020, unless we have another shutdown. But it was very interesting. Many clients moved to that. I'll skip that. And then I'm going to say there's these specialty gigs, and these are a lot of people want these types of events. TV commercials, movies, online promotion, print advertisement, and there's some luck involved in this. There's some skill involved in it, and there's also this sort of, you got to be at the right place at the right time. There are more of these events in LA, opportunities in LA, in Chicago, New York, Dallas, than there is in, say, Lubbock, Texas, or these other locations. All right, so I really want to talk about what agencies can, staffing companies or agencies, what they do. Generally speaking, what they're very good at is some sort of marketing and client relationships. Now, this can be online marketing, this can be personal marketing, depending on what they are. They're also very good at dealing with professional companies, meaning some levels of companies want to deal with, let's say Fortune 500 companies. Many times they want to deal with an entertainment agency of some sort, and they want that agency then to deal with everything else. And so those agencies are many times very good at dealing with those companies and those clients. They're good at negotiating, and then they're also good at sort of just the business of business, invoicing, collections, and communicating on the same level as the client is. All right. Now, why would you want to work with any type of agency? I usually say this about to Santas when I'm talking with them, and my background is internet marketing. I've spent 25 years outside the Santa world as a marketer, particularly online marketing, but I've done TV, Yellow Pages, direct mail, billboards, every type of advertisement and marketing. I probably have done it, or somebody in my company has. I think that Santa should work with a lot of different type of agencies, because it's like having multiple hooks in water. When you're going fishing, if you got one fishing line in, that's good. But if you can put another one in another location and another in another location, right, you're doubling, tripling, quadrupling the number of opportunities you have. As well as many of these agencies have the ability to get different types of clients than you might get yourself. Okay. And now I want to talk about, many people, when they say an agency, they don't realize that there are actually several different types of agencies, and there's benefits in every one of these. First of all, there are these, what I'm going to call local, regional, and national agencies. And I'll talk a little bit more about those in a second. Then there you have these self-service online agencies, and then I'm going to go all the way up to casting agencies, or true talent agencies. All right, local agencies. I think that many times this is one of the most underserved and easily accessible types of agencies for Santa Claus entertainers. They usually are family entertainers, and they book a variety of entertainment. This can be face painters, balloon artists, Easter bunnies, Santa Clauses, stilt walkers, anything and everything. And if they book usually within a city or a small limited area. But there are lots and lots of these in almost every metropolitan area. They many times offer many different characters and services. None of them that I know of, well, I know of a couple, but the rare exception is that they're only Santa. Most of these do all types of entertainment. Think princess parties, birthday parties, and everything in between. And they almost inevitably are all gig type events. These are those 1 hour to 3 hour type events. They're pretty easy to find. If you'll go onto Google and search for family entertainment agency or balloon artist, hire a balloon artist in Dearborn, Michigan, wherever it is that you are, that if you'll go on and just Google search for face painter in your area, any of those agencies that pull up, go to their websites, and I'll talk about how to contact them later. But that's the best way to find those types of people in your area. Then I want to say these regional agencies, these are the ones that have grown up out of those small agencies, and they do many other types of activities. Many times they also do big performances, lighting, audio, video, but they provide entertainment for larger clients. When a corporation wants entertainment, they'll reach out to these agencies, and then those agencies will subcontract, sometimes to the local agencies, sometimes directly to the individual person. These people are really great at putting on these huge holiday parties. They'll have Santa come in and be part of the festivities. Most of these also are gig events. Some of them have longer events that are 2 or 3 days in length, but primarily they do not do full season work. These are a little bit harder to get a hold of. They typically, though, will have a talent agent within their own organization. All right. Then national organizations. There are a few of these, and I'm going to say Hire Santa. We're one of these. These book these book events all over the U.S., even some international, and tend to be more specialized. When I say that, like Hire Santa, 95% of our business is staffing Santa Claus entertainers around the world, from full season all the way down to gigs. Nationwide, in Gina, she's another one that's a very good agent around the country. And there are a couple of other ones out there that are a little bit smaller. Some of these do specialize in Santa, like Hire Santa. There are also some national entertainment agencies, and we have had not many Santas are able to sort of get through what they want. They generally will deal with companies like us or regional companies to outsource their Santa business. These agencies generally do offer a good mix of both long-term, that's the mall type Santas, all the way down to gigs, and are not focused generally in any city or region, though most of the gigs, and I'll talk about Hire Santa, that the leads that we get, and we get thousands of leads, they generally are similarly distributed about the population. So LA gets way more leads than San Diego. San Diego gets way more leads than Lubbock, Texas. Like, it's really just based on the number of people. That's how we generally see the leads come in. So if you're a Santa in a small community, you're going to expect to get fewer leads or fewer inquiries, regardless of the agency that you're using. Okay. National Staffing Agency, I just talked about that. Large database. Clients generally pay the agency. Once the client is under contract, then the agency will reach out to Santas and find a Santa in that area, and then handle all the communication. Okay, there are also now many what we call self-service online agencies. There's two big ones, Gig Salad, and one that used to be called the Gig Masters, which is now owned by the Knot. It's called the Bash. So Gig Salad and the Bash. These have lots of good traffic. They do a good job online. It would be good to have a profile on those. Even the free version of what they have is worth doing. You do have to compete with a lot of other Santas. Every lead that gets sent in gets sent out to up to 10 other people. Many times it becomes a price war and it's bidding on price. They also offer lots of other types of events besides Santa. All right. Then there's what many people think of as a talent agency. And Hire Santa, we're not a talent agency, according to, say, the state of California. State of California has a very narrow, specific view of what a talent agent is. And talent agents are people who represent talent, and then in certain ways. Most of you are from California, it looks like. This would be either String Actors Guild. These are union or non-union jobs. These are the people who generally cast for TV, print, online. They work with actors. It is harder to get represented by these. I've been represented by a talent agent in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They do not get any gigs. It is all commercial work associated with print, TV, online, and those types of things. And I'll talk about how to get associated with these in a second. All right. Okay, working with, I'm going to now say, how do you work with these people? We just went through it very quickly. You're welcome to send me questions about any of these things, and I'll be happy to talk about them further with you. But all of them really require one thing, and that is great pictures. The number one thing that I ask Santas and the team here ask for are great pictures. Not a picture with a bad background, not a picture not looking good. The very best that you can look, you need to have pictures of that. And every single year, get more pictures. The better quality and the more pictures that you have, the more likely you are to snag somebody who's wanting to use you. And have those in a place that you can send out regularly. Videos are okay as well. Headshots okay, but it's really the very best picture that you have. And these staffing companies, they really do let you do what you do best, and that's just to be Santa. But you've got to give them the things that they need. And the very first thing is photos. We can't stress it enough how many times we have a great Santa who has an average picture. And then when we send that to a client, they're okay with it, but they really want having great picture. So some of those things that we're looking for, just a real Snow White beard, clear background check, insurance, which Rick already mentioned. That's so important. We as an agency, that's one of our selling points. Our Santas, we like to say, are real bearded, real bellied, and real jolly, and have a background check and insurance. That is additional proof to the client that we're a professional company, and it also gives them confidence in the Santa Claus entertainers that are out there. Traditional Santa suits, we love these unique looks, but our Santas generally want, clients generally want a traditional Santa. That's, think of a Coca-Cola suit, whether it has fur down the middle or not. That's at least the look that most, I'd say 95+% of our clients want, is a very just traditional Santa look. Gold glasses, white gloves, black belt, black boots. There's exceptions to that. People use brown, that's fine, as long as it's high quality and looks great. Okay. So the real question is, how do you get in front of these people? How do you introduce yourself? I talked about pictures. That's that first impression. Show enthusiasm, excitement. You represent you want to represent that character that you're going to be for them. And then I'm going to say, be in character when appropriate. If you're going to audition or you're going to talk with somebody on the phone, there's a time to be Santa and there's time to be sort of a business person, or a time to talk to them, as an individual and be out of Santa character. So you need to know when to be in character, when not. Make sure you always look great. If I'm ever showing a picture, or if I'm showing up in person, I want to look great. We've had Santas that are going on to a mall experience, and they walk into the mall and they look like a homeless person. Their beard's out, unkempt. They don't look great. They're just there to sort of walk the space. But that first impression is so important. Now, you don't have to be in full Santa regalia, but you do have to, look like, like Rick. Rick looks great right now, right? He's in red. He's got a beard. He's still looking sort of like Santa. And that's whether you're going to an event, make sure that you're always looking your best, whether you're actually going to be Santa or not. Be prepared to present great photos all the time. And here's one that is very, very important, this last one. Follow the instructions that the agency gives you. If they're saying send in a photo, or if they're saying send in pictures, if they say send in a headshot, whatever they're doing, try to accommodate what they're asking for, right? You want it to be very easy to work with you. So you want to communicate in the same way they're doing. If they're sending emails, you want to send emails. If they're sending texts, you send texts. If they are saying they want a photo, a video, and a resume or a list of your activity, the Santa jobs you've done, we'll send them that in one email when they're asking for it. Okay. And here's something that most Santas that we deal with do not do. Put on your calendars to touch base with all these agencies. You've gone out and you found these local agencies, these regional agencies, these national agencies. You've gotten great pictures, right? You've written down, you've got your contact information and some of the highlights of the Santa's work that you've done. You've sent that to all of those people. Well, now touch base with them on a regular basis. Put it on your calendar that in January, you're going to send them updated pictures and send them your contact information, as well as maybe the types of events that you want to do, and make sure that they have your information. Then you don't have to contact them again unless something changes. Reach out to them again, say in July, after July 4th, or you might even do June. If you say, hey, I can do some July, just FYI, I'm doing some Christmas in July events. If you have any clients that want to have me come to a Christmas in July event, I would love to do it. By the way, here's a picture of me as Summer Santa, and show them what you can do for that event. Then come August, September, touch base with them again. And really, you're just creating one email. You send it off to this client, then this agent, then you send it off to this one, then you send it off to this one. Don't put them all on one email. Send them off individually to each one of them. Make sure you update all of your information as needed. That is so important. Let me go back. I can't tell you how important that is, just to touch base with them. We lost so many Santas over COVID. Literally, probably 1,000 Santas passed away over the 3 years due to COVID and other reasons. And it's just important to touch base with everyone that's out there. So every year you should be touching base with all of the people who send you clients or that you work with. Okay. All right. Oops. I'm going to give you just a couple of some quick tips. I already talked about this first one. Great pictures, share them with everybody. Get involved in the Santa community. Y'all are already, pillars of the Santa community, part of Forbes, but we have a great Facebook group. Facebook people are very active. Like, get on, be part of it. We learn and grow together in that way. And then just do it. Like, if you're looking to do a different type of event, practice up, reach out to the people who have those types of events, reach out to those agencies, just do it. Be very responsive to these agencies. And that is, if you have somebody sends you a text and says, hey, are you available for this? Like, send them a text back and say, hey, let me look. I'll get back with you at a certain time, and then make sure to get back with them. If they email you today, try to email them back very, very quickly, because an agent is they have a gig, they've got a client, and now they're trying to fill it. And it is about the responsiveness of it. If you wait 2 or 3 days and go, oh yeah, I'm totally available, they've already moved on. They've already filled that event and they're moving on to the next event. So be very responsive, and realize these staff members are working on many projects. And this is about sort of being easy to work with. This one client may be the only client you're working with them for. They've got 20 other clients and they're working all of these different projects. And so just realize that this is one project for them, and they're trying to work a lot of projects at the same time. And be patient with them, because you want to respond back, and then wait a day or two before you ask about what's going on with that event. And then this last one, be easy to work with. And I know that's an obvious one, but it is so important that when an agency is thinking, oh, I need a Santa and I need it in this particular area, that top of mind is, oh, Rick is always really great to work with me, or Dan, he's such a joy to work with. He's very easy. He always emails me back. Like, I'm going to see if he's available before I reach out to anybody else, because it's just natural for people to want to work with people that they like and that are easy to work with. So be that person that's easy to work with. All right, let me see. All right. I try to speed through that, very cognizant of your time. This is, if most of you are in our database. If you're not in our database, you can scan this and let me have your information, or let me go to this next one. That's my information. That's my email address. That's my personal cell phone number. You are always welcome to give me a shout. And if I can be of any assistance to you, please reach out to me. Happy to always be it. Yes. Hey, Rick's got a question for me.
Actually, I wanted to say, how do I get into that Dubai chair? I want to sit on the throne in Dubai. Guys, while we've got this up, I wanted to point out to everybody that you should have in your taskbar at the bottom of your display, reactions tab. Under that, you will see raise your hand. I'd like to use that very briefly, if you don't mind, to direct any questions that you might have for Mitch, and then I'd like to use it very briefly beyond that, just to test its utility. Does anybody have any? If you have any questions, just please raise your hand, and I see that others are already using emoticons to show their approval of your presentation. Thank you so much, Mitch. Guys, Mitch Allen and his agency is easily in the top 3 hiring Santas every year, and we are so glad that he is affiliated with us. And we are so glad to send professional Santas his way. We provide the peer support training, the benefits, and obviously this is intended to fulfill our 3rd mission, which is socialization. Does anybody have any questions for Mitch? Let me scan through these really quickly. I don't see any other hands up. So we will just thank you, Mitch, for everything you shared with us today. And I'm semi-serious. I want to talk to you separately about one of those foreign gigs. I'll give up my whole season.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. I so appreciate it. And if we can be of assistance in any way, even if it's to bounce ideas off, I'd love to talk. We have lots of opportunities from, again, full season to gigs. We actually have something called a Santa SWAT team member who just, we pay them to sit at home for a while, and then who knows where you'll go. You're sort of like the special agent that fills in spots, as well as we have weekend warriors who want to hand over the scheduling and stuff to us. Happy to do that. But if I can be of any assistance, regardless if it's about booking, if it's about sharing or giving information, I'm happy to help and be part of the community. Hey, Rick, thank you so much for allowing me to be here for the first reboot of this. Happy to do it. And if I can be of any further assistance to anybody, give me a shout.
Thank you so much, Mitch. Thank you, guys.